Right, I fell asleep and I missed the panel, like the live stream. I can't find the live stream anywhere to react to it, so we're just gonna have to read. Which, if you know me, that's a terrible thing to have me try and read things. But the Division 2 at Gamescom, apparently they announced crossplay, Echoes of Central Park, and Red Horizon. I'm gonna go with Echoes of Central Park as the DLC, and Red Horizon, assuming that was on the PTR, is the new season. So, we officially kicked off Gamescom with our first Division 2 panel, joined by Creative Director, I can't pronounce that name, and Game Director, Alex, I can't pronounce that name, to take a look at what's upcoming in the Division 2. Crossplay arrives in November. This has got to be one of the bigger things. Like, this has got to be massive, right? It's crazy to me that it's only now just getting crossplay. Because it means now, like, if you're playing on Xbox and no one's playing on Xbox, you can actually still play the game, meaning there's more likelihood of people sticking with the game, meaning the player base just kind of goes up naturally. Because, like, so if someone's on PlayStation but no one's playing on PlayStation, you're just going to quit. Because you can't do anything. You're just stuck on your own. But if you can then play with people on Xbox and PC, all of a sudden you can play the game on PlayStation and not be locked out of half the content. All players will be migrated to a crossplay environment. Crossplay will be enabled by default. Good. Players can disable crossplay from the character selection screen. You can encounter and play with agents across all platforms who also have it enabled. You can only encounter players on your own platform. Clans will migrate to crossplay, allowing agents to join the same clan. Clan capacity is increased from 50 to 100. That's good. Leaderboards will reset to endure crossplay, with crossplay settings also reflecting on the leaderboard display. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We are making it easier to play with friends, regardless of platform, is intended to create a healthier matchmaking environment, reduce queue times across the game. It's gonna be great. That's a November launch. What fucking month are we in? Sorry. Damn, that is fuck me. That is fucking 3 months away. Red Horizon launches August 27th, that is tomorrow, bringing the cleaners to Washington, D.C. Following the events of Battle for Brooklyn, the cleaners have lost their supply of Purple Flame. They're heading to D.C. in search of a new source. Their presence will grow across the city throughout the season. The cleaners' activities, elite kill squads, and more. The season modifier system centers now on the new pressure gauge, building it through combat. They experiment with different actives and passive modifiers to change how you use it. The Dark Zone is also getting 2 new major updates. Here we go. Ew, I don't like this already. Following community feedback, the toxic PvE Dark Zone will become a permanent part of the game. Didn't like that. And on the PvP side, Blackout joins the rotation, removing the usual power restriction, allowing agents to bring full strength of their builds into the Dark Zone, including watch bonuses, expertise, and I fucking hate all what I've just heard. 2026. Season 1, 2. Right. So, Escalations was Season 1. Season 2 was Broken Incursion. So, Crossplay is Season 3 with Red Horizon. Season 4 has got something. We still got Season 4 this year, and then Year 8. Red Horizon isn't the end of Year 8. During the panel, we shared an early look at agents, what to expect from Season 4, including the return of the Black Tusk and a hint at a possible White Tusk deployment. Don't know what the fuck that is. Season 4 will also be making to several of Year 8's endgame systems. Oh, prototype gear is being reworked. And then, okay, here we go. Prototype gear is being reworked to give players significantly more control on how to progress and customize their items, reducing the system's reliance on RNG. These changes will touch expertise, augments, and introducing new ways to fine-tune prototype gear. Interesting. Escalations are evolving in Season 4. Season 3, we address one of the biggest pain points by preventing tokens from being lost after a disconnect. But there's more ahead. In Season 4, agents will have greater control over the challenging rewards of their escalations, while changing mutators will make them more consistent and predictable. We'll have much more to share about Season 4 in the future. Interesting, but wait. Red Horizon launches on the 27th, which is tomorrow? We're in August, right? Yeah, we are. We're in August. It starts tomorrow. But we're not gonna... Oh, Red Horizon Season 3. Got ya. So in Season 4, they're going to rework prototype gear and rework escalations to be more in tune with what they want. Our next expansion, Echoes of Central Park. New York City has always been a special connection to the Division, but there is one iconic location we've never truly explored, Central Park. During the outbreak, Central Park was used as a mass burial ground. Years later, what remains inside the park is unknown. The question sits at the heart of Echoes of Central Park. This expansion begins with a distress call coming from somewhere inside the park across the upper wall west side. Rumors spreading about what lies beyond its gates. Agents will need to investigate those reports, prepare what lies ahead, and eventually enter Central Park to uncover what has happened since the outbreak. Interesting. September 24th, we will have a stream to show off the DLC. Interesting. Echoes of Central Park leans into a darker atmosphere where fear can be dangerous as any enemy. What happens as fear begins to spread? And how do you fight something you can't always see? This is so interesting to me. Like, this whole, like, Central Park expansion. I'm very intrigued to see how big it is. Because Central Park is big, from my understanding. Like, I'm pretty sure. Let me pull up Central Park. I'll put New York. Central Park is fucking massive. Now let me slide this over. Like, Central Park is massive. Okay, let me open this. Like, look how big Central Park is. There's a museum, bridge, Fifth Avenue collection, Central Park Zoo, and a plaza in there. But yeah, Central Park is big, but like, I don't think it's like big enough to house like a massive expansion in it. But I don't know. I literally have no clue how big Central Park is. Does it say? Does it say how big Central Park is? 843 acres. Most visited ever park. Okay. Alright, maybe we got room here. The 6th largest park in the city. It's the 6th largest park in the city? I'm learning on all things today. So maybe it is like big enough to make it work. It had this thing here where I could press to go across. What does this do? Game Golf gives a lot to talk about, right? This is the actual season. This is where we're going to look at the season here. You missed the panel, you can cut everything over here. Now it's time to turn our attention back. Where's it sending me? Right, yeah. Okay. We don't need that. So, let's have a look what we're looking at. Now it's time to turn back to where the cleaners are making themselves very much at home. So grab a cup of common coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into everything that's waiting for you in Red Horizon. The cleaners are moving into Washington, D.C., and their presence is hard to miss. They're becoming a main threat in this season, with 95 Company Elite Squad becoming part of that threat. Their growing presence sets a large stage for season modifiers, and the heat does not stop with the cleaners. Under Pressure. Under Pressure revolves around a pressure gauge that builds as you fight. Kills, headshots, multi-kills, skill kills, status effect kills, fire kills, and kills made by other players of your group contribute to the cage. The pressure you build, the stronger the bonuses are. By default, the pressure gauge provides status effects as its primary bonus. If status effects are not what your build is, some passive modifiers can replace the gauge with signature weapon damage or hazard protection instead. Active modifiers. Here we go. Let's have a look at this then. Your pressure gauge is also used to activate one of Season 3's modifiers. Like previous season, this time active modifiers do not have a general cooldown. Once you have enough pressure, you can activate one when you need it. The gauge resets once the active modifier ends. I like this. I'm always a big fan of the 100-second cooldown I was dealing with. While active, if you have increased, it gives you increased armor regen and damage resistance with additional protection while sprinting. Enemies that get close to you also set on fire for the first time they enter the modifier's range. At higher levels, its defense bonus becomes stronger, and burning unique enemies can also regenerate bonus armor. Cool. I like that. Secondary attribute, headshot damage. Landing headshots on an enemy that is already burning applies additional burn to nearby enemies. Has to modify a level up. This effect reaches a large area at its highest level. Headshots can apply burns directly. If it improves your signature weapon performance, shield health, and shield regeneration. Kills with signature weapon or while using a shield refills your magazine without consuming ammo from your reserve. At the highest level, these skills can also extend the duration of an active modifier. That sounds fucking insane though, no? That's insane! I did say that I wanted to try at some point doing like the signature weapon like set, and that shit seems like it would be insanity with that. That's wild. Red Horizon comes with 20 passive modifiers. You can adjust how under pressure works with your build. Some can help you build pressure faster or hold on to it longer. Others add new interactions with fire, skills, grenades, shields, and signature weapons. By default, the primary bonus is... I've got lost in my reading. Sorry, one sec. The default primary bonus in the pressure gate is status effects, but passive modifiers like New Formula, Beta, and New Formula Gamma can swap it to signature weapon damage and hazard protection. Hostile modifiers. Drains ammunition from your magazine, reduces your presence while affected enemies are close to you. Restores health to affected enemies and nearby allies when you break their weak points or armor pieces, while also reducing your pressure. Reduce the pressure whenever the infected enemy hits you, or applies stacking damage reduction debuff. New weapons, gears, and talents. Now I already know some of these. Steel and Sun ACR is getting buffed from what I can see. Yeah, people said it needed. This one was cool to me. I really like the idea of this, and it's going to work really well with the season modifiers. It's Fafnir. I don't know, Fafnir. It is a shotgun that has fire ammo. The weapon fires Dragon's Breath shells. Each shot has a 40% chance to apply burning to the enemy. The weapon damage is by 50% of your status effect bonus. Weapon stats and mods, it's the same old. The iron chest piece, your next body shot will be considered a headshot, cooldown 2 seconds. Requires an MMR, rifle, or pistol. That's pretty cool. The engineer's set, oh boy. Spontaneous combustion. Every status effect you apply is 5% to also apply a burn to the enemy. Its stat effect initially applies with a burn. The enemy will shoot 25% burn duration of the burn. Increase the chance to burn spontaneous combustion of 60%. Increase the duration of burn damage debuff on spontaneous combustion by 50%. Cool gear. New named gear. Enemies killed add one random special ammo type to your sidearm. The last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Headshots increase total weapon damage with marksman rifles. Headshot kills increase total weapon damage by 50%. When your shield is damaged, gain 25 bonus armor. Oh my god. They've wait, what? Perfect protector. Oh my god, these are like perfect. So that's a new one, and these are the perfect versions. When your shield is damaged, you gain 25% bonus armor and all the other allies. Right now, that is 5, by the way. Like, that is crazy. This is the one I wanted to use. That is wild. New weapon, named weapons and talents. Teapot, the first 84% of the magazine will reset. The rest will be 100%. Yeah. Talent, boiling point. 53%. Okay, so Teapot and Steamer. Oh, is this... right. Keeper is the named 5.11 tactical backpack. So that's what I'm going to be aiming for, to get a Keeper. It has the talent Perfect Protector, which is 25% instead of the 5% that it is now. Teapot is... and Steamer are two named weapons. It doesn't say what weapons they are, though. But then the talent boiling point is first 53% of your magazine will have 100% less critical hit chance, and then the rest will be 100%. Interesting. It's been a year since Retaliation launched. To mark the occasion, you'll be able to take on a special project chain from September 8th to September 22nd. It'll send you back into retaliations against different factions. Each completion project comes with useful materials, caches, and outfits. You can also use it to unlock one eligible outfit of your choice from the store. There is more to be earned during the first week from September 8th to 15th. Retaliation Surge will be active, doubling the retaliation factor materials you earn. I have no clue what a retaliation is. Red Horizon brings Blackout into the Dark Zone rotation, and Toxic DZ remains as a permanent PvE variant. Dark Zone variants will rotate across DZ West, East, and South, with 1 PvE and 2 PvP Dark Zones available at any given time. Toxic and Balance will remain active each week, while Blackout and Classic will alternate on a weekly basis. Toxic Dark Zones are here to stay. With Into the Season modifier no longer active, we have made a few changes so it can continue as a permanent Dark Zone. Other factions can now appear in the Dark Zone, including Black Tusk. Sample casting surges have been removed, toxicity has been adjusted, and extracting your gear will now clear your toxicity level. Normalizing remaining active scaling players and their gear to level 40, however, PvP specific overrides for talents, gears, skills, and weapons are not active, meaning that these will all use their PvE variants against enemies. Prototype gear will remain normalized, similar to raids and incursions. Rewards, landmark chests from the Toxic Zone have a 20% increased chance for contaminated caches. These caches use the specialized loot pool as the PvP Dark Zones, including exclusives and raid gear sets, Legacy DZ exclusive weapons, named items, and exotics. Blackout Dark Zone. For those who have fully uncapped Dark Zone, Blackout exactly what it completely removes stats, normalized. You have the full power of your build. This seems like it's going to be an absolute joke, but I will give it a go. Drops heroic quality matching the PvP Dark Zone. There's also a 20% chance to redeem an additional contaminated item from special Dark Zone loot pools, including inclusion and raid gear sets, Legacy DZ, exclusive weapon names, and exotics. With Red Horizon have also been added to the special loot pool. This one's, I'm pretty sure this one here is the one I really like, where the flamethrower turret spins in a circle. I've just never really figured out how to get a build going with it that well. Our global PvP balance work continues. Quality of life, here we go. True beta and ongoing directive materials and blueprints have been moved to the general loot pool. The following blueprints have been added to the general loot pool. And the following blueprints are now available from Anya. Nothing I care about, really. Cool. Need to own the respective item for its blueprint to appear in Anya. And these are fixes. Classified assignments. 2 new classified assignments will be jailing during Red Horizon. The Dark Mall Inferno on August 27th, and the Georgia Deadtown Zone on October 15th. The first entry of the Direct Mall agent is attacked while recovering a broad spectrum antiviral, with the cleaners closing in on the unknown assailant linked to the SHD anomaly still unaccounted for. The second takes you to an area in Georgetown completely undercovered by SHD network, where the JTF engineer team sent to install a new tech has gone missing. Classified assignments can be accessed through the dedicated assignment tab once the map becomes available. Access unlocks at 30. Assignments can be purchased and launched from there. The Season Pass. Here we go. Players will... The Season Pass can unlock a premium track. Just a load of stuff. Bundle. One-time offer. That's it for that. Right. New season seems like it'll be pretty fun. Very much favoring fire as a attribute, so it's not really doing much for me. It's still cool. Detailed talents and marksman, right? Determined talents. Determined one of the most discussed changes during the PTS. One of the main reasons we want to make the change, I don't know what this is really. New gear, weapons, and talents. Here we go. Oh my god, they fucking did it. The madman, they did it. They did it. They did it. They did it. This was one of the worst. This was one of the terrible things about this build. It is a 60-second cooldown, and I think I got it down to 30 seconds baseline. But like 30 seconds was still too long. I wonder what it's down to now. That is so good. Yeah, they buffed this one. They buffed the shotgun. It didn't look too good. Pressures gauge, active modifiers. All three received a buff. He's not really much to talk about there. These are the patch notes. I don't. Broken Rain Incursion Twitch drops. So I've gone far back here. That was, these two were today then, and that was yesterday. Alright, I got you. So that was day 1. Day 2 is tomorrow. They're gonna look at the future of the game tomorrow. So we'll definitely go over that. But I'm very excited for the launch of next season. I'm ready to be there. I'm very much excited to see what we pull out the bag in terms of build variety, because like that turret change is big. That means my fire guy might be able to be pulled out once or twice this season. It seems like it's coming up Millhouse right now. Very excited, very, very excited. And then I think this was September, was it? Or oh no, 24th of September, we can see the showcase for the Center of Echoes. So we got 24th of September to look forward to see Echoes of Central Park. It seems very interesting, and tomorrow the season starts, so we better get grinding.